Hey, what is up guys? Guitar here, welcome back to another Brave 9 video. Alright, so the World Arena for Season 3, I did end up in Ruby 3, which meets my expectation. I wasn't expecting like anything higher. I was lingering in around Sapphire 1 for about 2 days before it ended. So it was quite hard for me to play as well because the reset time is on 5 AM over in my country. So I do know that they are following the France time zone, so therefore it's not realistic. So I sort of just bought some slots and I leave it running in a couple of hours before I sleep. So ended up in Ruby 3, which I was pretty happy. So definitely still sticking with my formation, but you can see compared to the previous one which I did, I decided to remove Lian and I brought in an Asmode, right? So going in with the Veronia Asmode combo, so which can help me severely with more units that are positioned in front. So still kind of somewhat surprising, I don't see much Yuri compared to Ventana. I feel like I encounter more Ventana than Yuris, which is kind of surprising, which is why I placed my Glacier as a top priority, so that afterwards whoever that hits after the Yuri removes my Glacier's taunt, and then we'll slowly go for my Gran instead. Alright, so let's jump into some battles.
I see the lightning in your eyes. I feel it haunt me every time that you blame me. You blame me. I see the lightning in your eyes. I feel it haunt me every time that you blame me. You blame me. I see the lightning in your eyes. I feel it haunt me every time that you blame me. You blame me.
Okay, so this one was an interesting one. I did fought So I was fighting this guy, he has a Gran +3. So I think in this, I wanted to show you guys this video as well to show you guys the differences that you can have between a +3 and a +15 Gran. So obviously it might not be such a significant difference if you have never encountered in a case-by-case scenario, but in this particular battle we can observe there shortly after. Alright, so Dalby almost one-shot the Gran, but not quite. That Gran is a +3 on the enemy, so my Gran was a +15. You can see the difference later on. So that is still very strong Yuri for sure. So I think Leclis ended up hitting my Gran and suicided right there. So from this point onwards, I only have my Asmode, so can't do anything to the enemy because my Lyudmila is constantly stuck in the glacier right here. Of course, that means that the enemy Lyudmila can slowly try to take out my units one at a time. Alright, in that case, starts off with Asmode, and then next will be Dalby, and then Lyudmila will go away shortly. So because I'll still get stuck right there. So regardless of the charm that enemy Lyudmila has, it's still not going to be enough because enemy's Refi is still alive, and my Dalby is constantly being taunted away right there. So very good usage of a Gran +3. I mean, even though you have a low skilled Gran, you can still use it for that purpose. But where it doesn't seem like from this point onwards, if I'm not commentating and I'm not talking and I'm just letting you guys watch, pretty much when you watch this battle, you're going to think that, okay, so I'm going to most likely lose this one, right? Because I'm still left with a Gran, with a Rafitia and a Veronia. But in this case, it's not the case, because slowly after the match somehow lasts for, I don't know, somehow, okay, the Gran started dying from here and Glacier died right there. So you can see the reflective counter combined with Refi and Gran takes effect, and from this point it just escalates forward, I guess. And yeah, from this point onwards, once Michaela dies, there's nothing that a Lyudmila and a Yuri can do unless they are like triple or quadruple buff. Alright, so let's jump into more battles. Hopefully I can showcase my formation against some of you guys.
We are tyrants and we are kings. We own nothing but the right to say what it is that we believe. We are tyrants and we are kings. Nowhere, nothing. String me up just to cut me down. Say my name just to spit it out. Does it feel better now? So tell me, where did we go wrong along the way? What happened to the purpose? 'Cause it feels worthless now. There's nothing left to say. 'Cause every time I tell myself that I'm okay, it feels like the days are getting worse. And every time I pull you back to make you stay, we lose a piece of who we are. We lose another piece of who we Light me up just to watch me